What's going on, everybody? TJ here, back again with another video and another training vlog. So this is the second of my 2 upper body / lateral movement specific days. So we're going to kick off this workout with 2 out of the 3 drills that I recommend that anyone does on a ladder. And that, when I say 3, that's all I recommend. I don't recommend all these fancy preordained patterns that people learn to try and move quick. Yeah, there's a few specific guys on YouTube that I'm talking about. They're not necessary, but those 2 drills that I just did there are good to warm up lateral movement and just good to get a good foot control and foot speed. We follow that up after just did 2 sets of that, and we follow that up with hurdle bounds, where we're going lateral. So we're going to go left on the left leg, right on the right leg, then right on the left leg, and then left on the right leg. So we're going in all directions, and the point here is that we're trying to stick the landing for the first few sets, one of which you saw there, and then the last set we're trying to get real explosive, minimize that ground contact time so that we can hop and literally land for as little time as possible, hopping back up real fast and getting over these hurdles. Over time, over the weeks, we're going to progress by moving these hurdles further apart and trying to get quicker. So that's the first element of the workout, where we're trying to work the movement skills themselves. And then in the second element, we're reacting to each other and we're trying to put these skills into a reactive scenario. So I'm trying to mimic Josh and Josh is trying to mimic me, and then as soon as one of us makes a decision, we're going to use a crossover by planting that foot and driving and sprinting in one direction. So you can see here Josh has a really good crossover as he plants his foot and his left leg drives right across, and he's in a perfect position to be sprinting from that. Same thing with me. We're trying to get as good lean, we're trying to get these good mechanics in play, whilst our focus isn't on moving itself, our focus is more on reactive. So we're trying to learn that pattern so it comes natural to us. Then we've got a fail there, but we've got a set of medicine ball throws in between so we can get extensive plyometrics, so we can get used to trying to work that power and build our capacity so that we can do more upper body power in the future. Hopefully this doesn't sound too technical and too complicated. It's just basically trying to move well and then putting it in a reactive scenario. If you put it straight in a reactive scenario without practicing the movement, your movement probably won't improve, and all you're going to do is ingrain poorer techniques. So the idea is that you're trying to move well and then do it so that you don't have to think about it. That way, when it comes to playing a rugby game, you're not thinking about the technique, you're hopefully utilizing the new techniques that you have learned. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Comment below if you have any questions about these sort of techniques and the way that I'm implementing them in my training. Anyway, now we're moving to the upper body stuff once we pick up the camera that fell over, and we're doing push jerks. These are coming along real nice and well for me, especially as my shoulder is getting better. Aside from that miss, obviously I had to miss it just as I said how good they're going, but yeah, this is 115 kilos, so I was trying to get a set of 3, ended up getting a set of 2 with 1 miss in the middle, but quite happy with that. Another thing that I've been trying to do to improve my shoulders is these handstands. I've never been a huge fan of handstands. I've done them before in the past, and I've gone a lot away from them since I've done my Olympic lifting. But I was talking with Alex, the co-host of the Rugby Muscle podcast, and he's a huge fan of doing these handstands. And recently, in the last few weeks, I've started to add them in, and I've made a few changes to my training, but what all of these changes combine, I don't know, I can't specify exactly which one is helping, but all of these are combining to my shoulders feeling approximately 1,047 times better. Again, trying to get as much supersetting in as I can, so we're supersetting these with barbell rollouts. As you see, the way I'm doing it is I'm not coming back to a proper tall kneeling position. I'm trying to keep the tension on, and I suggest that if you find barbell rollouts somewhat easy, or you find that you can do sets of 10 without too much bother, try doing these. So as you pull the wheel in, don't pull it any further than your face. It builds up a lot of intra-abdominal pressure, so there's a lot of strain on your abs the whole way through, so they're not just stabilizing it, but they're working really hard as well. Real tough movement. And then finally, we're going to finish this session with some weighted push-ups. just for the trolling purposes, I decided to use 2 Bosu balls. Not really, it's just because it's one further stage away from going onto the ground, because we're still at a bit of an incline, but it's an unstable incline. I just figured this would be a good way of getting in some good quality chest work, but also working to help rehab my shoulder, because a lot of my shoulder issues are because of my pec. And abruptly, this is where this video is going to end. Please like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.